There are love stories written in quiet looks and soft gestures. Stories that grow not under spotlights, but under pressure, where hearts are tested and souls are revealed. That's the story of Sweet Guluva and Ashley. What began as a quiet, unexpected connection under the intense gaze of Big Brother Mzansi's cameras has now evolved into something far more powerful, intimate, and enduring. Today, that love is taking root beyond the show, beyond public applause, in something sacred. Sweet Guluva's decision to honor tradition by preparing to pay Ashley's bride price. This isn't just a headline, it's a moment that melts the walls between entertainment and real life. It's a testament to growth, respect, and the beauty of two people choosing each other not just when the world is watching, but when the real work of love begins. Inside the Big Brother Mzansi house, where every interaction is judged, where silence can be strategic and closeness can be weaponized, Sweet Guluva and Ashley moved differently. Their connection wasn't loud, it wasn't sudden. It was something gradual and quietly profound. Where others played to the cameras, Sweet Guluva listened. Where others chased alliances, Ashley observed. And somehow, in the noise of the house, the two of them found each other. Not because they were the same, but because they saw each other. She saw his depth. He saw her strength. And somewhere between shared laughter and shared silences, something unshakable formed. But even in the house, where love is often fleeting and performative, theirs was honest. And now, outside the walls that once confined their time together, that love has been given the room to breathe, to choose its own next chapter. In many African cultures, paying bride price is a tradition deeply rooted in honoring not just a woman, but her family, her lineage, and her worth. It is not a transaction. It is not payment. It is reverence. It is a man saying, "I see you, and I see those who raised you, and I am here to honor all of it." So when Sweet Guluva made it known that he is stepping forward to begin the bride price process for Ashley, it wasn't gossip. It wasn't PR. It was real. It was emotional because of what it symbolizes. Commitment at the deepest level. A choice to blend not just lives, but legacies. A willingness to love loudly, but respectfully. For Sweet Guluva, this wasn't just a step into marriage. It was a reflection of everything he has always stood for: gentleness, intention, and honor. And for Ashley, it was a moment that confirmed something she had always carried silently in her heart, that what they found in the house was not just survival, it was destiny. There's something overwhelmingly beautiful and heartbreaking about two people finding real love in a space where everything is manufactured. Their story wasn't staged. It was fragile, vulnerable. There were moments when misunderstandings tried to creep in, when the pressure of the game pulled them in different emotional directions. But somehow, they stayed anchored. After the show ended and the lights dimmed, many former housemates returned to normal life, often distant from the connections they formed. But Sweet Guluva and Ashley made a different choice. They remained present, grounded, close. And in the background of public appearances and social media speculation, a deeper bond was forming quietly, out of the spotlight, away from the noise. While people debated favorites, they were building understanding. While others scrolled for drama, they were having real conversations. Now, that intimacy has grown into action. A man humbling himself before a family to say, "I want to walk this life with your daughter." There's something sacred about this moment. For Ashley's family, it marks a day they always prayed for. Seeing their daughter cherished by someone who not only loves her, but honors her. For Sweet Guluva's circle, it's a celebration of a man who walks the talk. A man whose quiet strength has now bloomed into bold commitment. And for the fans who have followed their journey from the house to real life, it's a full circle moment. A love that felt too pure to be real is now entering the most grounded, culturally rich chapter yet. This is not about gold rings or matching outfits. This is about legacy. About sitting with elders, receiving blessings. About honoring the hands that shaped Ashley into the woman she is. about blending families, not just names. One can imagine the emotion in the room when the formal conversations begin, hands clasped, tears held back, smiles exchanged. One can imagine Sweet Guluva sitting among elders, quiet but bold, saying, "I am here because my heart is hers, and I want to do things the right way." In a world where love is often paraded more than it's lived, what makes this so emotional is the quiet dignity behind it. Sweet Guluva and Ashley have chosen not to rush, not to perform, but to build. And this step, this sacred rite, is perhaps the clearest sign of all that their bond is real. Because bride price isn't just an event, it's a promise. It is Sweet Guluva saying, even when the cameras stop rolling, my commitment will not. It's Ashley saying, I am safe. I am seen. Together, they are saying to the world, we began in the noise, but our love lives in the silence that followed. To the countless supporters across South Africa and beyond who have rooted for Sweet Guluva and Ashley since day one, this moment is deeply emotional. Because representation matters. Integrity matters. And seeing a black man step forward to honor a woman in the most traditional, respectful way, that moves mountains. It gives people hope, not just for love, but for the kind of love that brings healing. Young people watching this see what it means to be intentional. Families see that culture is not dead, that tradition is still alive, not because it is forced, but because it is chosen freely and beautifully. And for anyone who has ever doubted that something real can come out of reality television, Sweet Guluva and Ashley's story is proof that the heart is still the heart, even when it's been watched by millions. As preparations quietly begin, there will be no need for loud declarations. The depth of what's happening speaks for itself. Sweet Guluva is preparing to go where many fear to go, not just into love, but into accountability, into family, into forever. There will be a day soon when hands are shaken, where blessings are given, where ancestors are honored. And that day, though it may not trend or go viral, will mark the beginning of something that will outlast every season of Big Brother Mzansi. Because it won't just be about television anymore, it will be about home. Home, where Ashley smiles because the man she trusted didn't leave when the lights went out. Home, where Sweet Guluva becomes more than a fan favorite, he becomes someone's son-in-law. Home, where love sits in the middle of the room, not needing to speak, because everyone can feel it. What makes this story so emotional isn't the glitz. It's the simplicity, the truth. The slow, careful unfolding of two people who started out as strangers in a game and ended up walking toward a life they never imagined. They didn't rush. They didn't pretend. And now, they are doing something rare. They are choosing each other with full clarity and full heart. And maybe that's why this moment is making thousands cry. Because it's not just a celebration, it's a reminder that love, when watered with respect and sealed in tradition, becomes a legacy. From shared chores in a TV house, to deep conversations after lights out, to a relationship tested by distance, fame, and pressure, to a quiet journey toward family, unity, and sacred promises. Sweet Guluva and Ashley are no longer just housemates. They are proof that real love exists. And that, when nurtured with grace, it can lead to the most powerful transformation of all. A man walking humbly toward a family, ready to say, I choose her, in front of you all, and I will honor her the way she deserves. Tell us which country you are watching us from. I appreciate